Have you heard about the biggest rocket launch in human history? It's getting almost zero press coverage, but before breakfast on Monday, August 29, 2022, NASA's Space Launch System, SLS, rocket will make its maiden voyage. It's now on the launch pad in Florida. It's the first step in a program of flights to get the first woman and the first person of color on the surface of the moon by 2025. Part of the Artemis 1 mission, the SLS is taking NASA's new Orion spacecraft to the moon and back on a daring 1.3 million-mile journey beyond the moon lasting 42 days, 3 hours and 20 minutes. It will splash down off San Diego on October 10, 2022. There will be no astronauts on board Orion this time. This one's just practice, but the sights and sounds of the biggest ever rocket launch is something not to miss. The UN-crewed autonomous Artemis 1 mission will launch between 8:33 and 10:33 am EST on Monday, August 29, 2022 from Pad 39B at NASA's Kennedy Space Center. If weather or some other mishap prevents it, then the next launch window is lunchtime on Friday, September 2, 2022. Coverage begins at 6:30 am EST on NASA TV, which is on YouTube, below, the NASA website, Facebook, Twitch and in 4K on NASA's UHD channel. Although it's a launch, you'll tune in for Comeback later for live views of Earth from orbit and during Orion's outbound coast to the moon. The exact time depends on exact liftoff time, but it's 5:30 p.m. EST if liftoff happens on schedule at 8:33 am EST. It's also going to be possible to watch the launch in 360 degrees via virtual reality (VR) headset. Space Explorers, Artemis Ascending from Felix and Paul Studios, with commentary from retired NASA astronauts Karen Newberg and Doug Hurley, will be live-streamed on standing 322 feet high. SLS will be the most powerful rocket in the world to launch since NASA's final Saturn V moon rocket took the Skylab. At 8 million pounds, 9 million kilograms, of thrust, SLS is the most powerful rocket ever produced. It may soon be surpassed by SpaceX's Starship, but right now it's the biggest ever. Artemis 1 is an uncrewed flight test mission during which NASA's Orion spacecraft, European Service Model, ESM, and NASA's Space Launch System, SLS, the most powerful rocket in the world, will fly to the moon. The spacecraft and rocket will launch, orbit the Earth, and then send Orion and the ESM to enter an elliptical orbit at the moon that will see them get to within 62 miles above its surface and about 40,000 miles beyond it. That's farther than any spacecraft built for astronauts has ever flown. Scheduled for 2024, Artemis 2 will be a shorter 10-day repeat of Artemis 1, but with 4 astronauts on board to test Orion's life support system.